You were such a little bitch. And I used to think, I don't know who he is, but I don't want to know who he is. I just want to escape out of his way. And lo and behold, I didn't like him. And I never knew that he didn't like me either. I was just intimidated by you. I just thought, I don't want to be around him. I just want to come in here and get my job done and go home. What the Plug is now proudly sponsored by Nouveau Lashes. Now, if you're thinking about adding any lash treatments to your treatment menu, then head on over to nouveaulashes.com to find out all their latest deals on training and products.
And we are back.
Hello. Welcome back.
Episode 3 of What the Plug. Hope
Season
you're all
2.
okay.
Yes, hope you've had a great week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever
whenever you're listening to this.
Whenever you're listening to this.
Yeah, how's your week been?
My week has been kind of weird in salon. It is that time though. It's the beginning of Feb for me at the moment, recording this. So it's kind of like, because we're in February, it's always a little bit of a weird time. I feel like January we're quite busy. February's a bit hit and miss. But
Kind of like settles down a bit.
Yeah, but I did walk dog this morning and see daffodils that were out. And I thought, bitch, it's spring. We're getting ready. Winter's over. I'm done with it.
Days are getting lighter.
I'm done with it.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm not a summer person, though. I am
Really?
a winter person,
Oh,
yeah.
God,
but
no.
I am ready for a bit of spring. So how's your week been?
Good. Been to Dancing on Ice.
Yes, tell me all about it.
So I was there with HG Brows, getting all the skaters, celebs, Brows looking TV ready.
Cool.
Amazing.
Well, who is on this year's?
Patsy. Ricky!
Oh, from EastEnders, isn't it? Yeah.
The Vivian, Ekinsu.
Yeah.
Few.
She's like quite famous to be on there, I
Yeah.
think. Because I know, I know this sounds awful, but I feel like it's kind of like people who have not really done anything for a while that go on.
They do always get someone off Love Island, though.
Well, yeah, they do. It's eye candy, innit?
Yeah.
It's eye candy.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything of Davide yet?
Well, I can tell you because when this goes out, what I'm going to tell you will have been on TV. So I'm there on Saturdays, and this is when they do like dress rehearsals and stuff. And in Ekin's number, he appears at end.
Oh,
Topless, oiled up.
dancing.
No, not on the eyes, but he's just like there.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
they're getting in.
What song is she dancing to?
I can't actually remember. There were a car. I think it's car wash because there were a car and they were pretending to wash it and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's car wash, but
Yeah.
I can't 100%
Wow.
remember.
Lovely.
So yeah, that's good. It's good to be back. I've not been in like 2 years because of COVID, but yeah, it's good to be
Is
back.
it still at the same place as what we went to before?
Yeah,
Cool.
good to see Marcus and everyone. But yeah,
Great.
all good. But we're back with another episode. I wonder how many times I've said we're back. I feel like I say it all the time.
Yeah,
like
we
we're
do.
back.
We're back.
And this is funny because we're going back to where it all began.
Before we get into that,
Yeah.
what we forgot is we're going to start a new thing, guys. So every episode, I'm going to tell you a beauty fact of the week.
Oh yeah. So
This is Harry's beauty fact of the week.
Yeah.
Okay. Beauty fact of the week.
Go on.
The average average woman in the UK spends £3,756 a year on beauty treatments.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Beauty treatments.
Just treatments.
Wow.
That's just the average.
So there's
So
money to be made.
we need to be pulling this money in from somewhere, don't we? Like, if that's what the average that's the average woman that's spending that a year.
Imagine each one of your clients spend $3,500 a year.
A year in your salon.
Oh.
Do you know what though? I've got a booking system called Timely, and that will tell me who my biggest spender is and stuff like
Yeah.
that in salon.
I've got Booksy and it shows me like my top. It ranks them like your top clients when
Yeah.
you click on something, and it shows you like who's
Yeah.
spent the most,
Yeah.
like like their appointments and stuff that they come when they come.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And we have as well, we're going on a hybrid brow training course as well, me and Jamie.
Yes.
So we're going to be telling you all about that when
Once
we've
done
actually done it. Yeah, we are going on a hybrid training. We'll tell you all about it. We'll tell you obviously where we've done the training, what we think to the products, and I'm sure you'll be able to see little before and afters on us on our social medias as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. If you listen to season 1, we mentioned it and we talked about it in season 1, saying we really
didn't
want to
know-
do it.
Yeah, and we didn't know whether we were fans or not of it at all, did we?
And we still don't.
I hate it.
We are going to do some training,
Yeah.
and you'll be hearing from us very soon.
Yeah, with our verdict on it.
Yeah.
So we are gonna go back today to where it all began.
Where it all began.
How we started this journey being in this industry. And how we got here and stuff. So Jamie, do you want to take it away, my love?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So, growing up, I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I just wanted money. I'm very money
Really?
motivated. Like, I'll do out for money. And don't
So
take
when
that
people
wrong
used to
way,
say
but
it to you at school, what do you want to be when you grow up? You didn't know.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Just like whatever. I didn't know till I was like in my 20s.
Yeah.
Like when you've got to choose to go to college, I just think, what pressure?
It's hard, isn't it? I always think that about
Like-
kids that's got to choose. Like,
Yeah.
I always
Silly.
Yeah. I think it's hard.
Yeah. So I've done like a lot of retail, worked abroad, like just random stuff. Came back, got a job at HD in sales. Imagine ringing up and me answering the phone.
How did you
like,
find that?
I knew someone who worked there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a job in sales. And I hated it. Not to do with HD. I just can't sell.
Right.
Like I hate when you go into a shop and someone, like people come up and they're like, you all right, do you need any help? And I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, if I needed it, I'd ask.
Yes.
Like it just really annoys me.
Yeah. Do you know what you're looking for? Well, no. That's
I just
why
want to
I'm
look
looking.
round.
Yeah.
So we're on phones. And obviously, like, it worked cold calling. Like, people would, like, inquire about training. Then you'd ring them and you'd tell them about the HD Brows training
Yes.
and yada, yada.
Yeah.
But, like, back then it were so much more expensive than it is now. I think it was, like, just over $1,000. And obviously, if someone couldn't afford it, I'd be like, all right, no problems. Like, you know, don't worry about it. Get back in touch with me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But obviously, like, to me, I was just like, yeah, if they can't afford it and they don't want to do it now, they don't want to do it now. But when you're running a business,
Yes.
like, you need to look at it, you know, a different way. So I did that for like maybe 3 months. And I can remember we sat down with me and my manager and we both just were like, yeah, this ain't working. I was like, I know I can't sell.
Oh.
So, yeah, they were like, we don't want to just, you know, get rid of you.
Because you at Life and Soul.
Yeah. Eye candy at office.
Yeah. Obs.
So then just conversations happened and it were like, what about training? So then I did a bit of front of house for training.
Yes.
And like
I
sat
remember
in on
this.
training. So I did about 6 months of like not taking a class or teaching, but like sitting in, getting to know everything. And also training how to do brows because I'd never done beauty. I mean, only thing I'd done beauty were like really bad fake tan, like in my teens. Like I looked orange. Do you know what I mean?
I've seen the pictures, boo.
Awful. So like beauty, not that it didn't interest me, it just never been a thought.
Yeah.
And then started doing training. I thought, do you know what? I quite like this. And then did all my training, became a trainer, did like my teaching qualification, all of that. And then that's where our friendship evolved.
Can you ever imagine yourself doing anything different?
Now,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to retire.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to retire. I mean, if I could do anything else, I'd probably not work at all and just have money. But I know that's not how life works. So I've got to work.
Okay, princess.
Yeah.
Right. If you could choose another job though,
No.
there's nothing.
I don't think.
There's nothing that takes your fancy at all.
I mean, I think I would be a really good like singer performer if I could sing. But I
If you
can't.
could sing.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody follows Jamie on social media or follow me and see the videos that I put on of him sometimes, he can watch a video once of Beyonce dancing and know that routine off by heart. And by the way, we've got Beyonce
Oh my
tickets.
God, yes.
Woo! That's our week highlight.
We got
forgot to
Beyonce
say
tickets.
that. We've got Beyonce tickets.
Yeah.
And we literally booked 4 hotels at 4 different locations before the tickets even went on sale, just in case we got them tickets and couldn't get a hotel. But we're going to Sunderland.
Yeah.
And we're in the Golden Circle.
I need an inhaler.
It will definitely break your soul.
It will. I am honestly scared that I'm gonna like
Have a panic attack.
have a panic attack or collapse or something.
I don't know what I'm going to do about it.
Just leave me. Just enjoy it, show. Just leave me.
Well, I'm going to have to because I'm not going
Yeah.
out with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a highlight. But
the
yes,
highlight.
I suppose you could have been a performer.
I
can
could,
see you
if I
doing
could.
something on the name on everybody's lips is gonna be Jamie.
Yeah.
So
I
like
just don't
Broadway.
have a voice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I do love my job and like what I do, and obviously like my business on a weekend and everything. But yeah, I can't really imagine like going to work a different 9 to 5 or something like that. No.
I couldn't imagine being one of these people as well that flit from job to job.
Yeah.
That freaks me out. It would make me think like I don't really know who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Kinda, because there's a lot of people that flit. Like even in my industry, there's a lot of girls like who have left our salon or they whatever, and they've not to go and do the same job. They've gone and like done something completely different.
Yeah.
Which is great, but then I think you've just spent all them years training and doing this training
Like
and
building your clients.
you don't even really
and all of
want to
that,
do
yeah.
it, you know,
Yeah.
but maybe they can come back to it or whatever. I don't know. I feel like in this industry as well, it's, this sounds really awful, but I feel like people choose this because they think it's an easy option. I think a lot of
like
girls,
when you're in college and stuff like that,
Yes.
loads of people just choose like, they think, oh, just beauty.
oh, I
like,
just
it'll
want to
be
do beauty.
easy.
The amount of girls that I have come in that's from school, bless them, and they're like, oh, I want to do beauty or whatever. And you think, because they just think it's all like glamorous and like, they don't actually think it's
Far
hard work
from.
and there's actually like skill that goes into it and stuff. And, you know, like in the area that I'm in, there's like, 15 hair and beauty places.
Yeah.
And you just think everybody's just doing it. Everybody is doing it. But
Where did you begin?
where did I begin?
Did you do it at college? I can imagine you doing
Of
it at
course I
college.
did. Yeah. I was born into
Are you a little
it.
tunic?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I had pinstripe tunic. It was so cute,
I
actually.
bet you were a little dolly bird, weren't you? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course I were. Yeah. I looked like a dolly bird, but spoke like a bricklayer.
Notes changed.
Oh, God. So where I began, when I were actually at school, people used to say to me, oh, are you going to work for your mum? Because obviously my mum had
Yeah.
salons. And I was like, I'm going to do anything but work in that salon. I was like, I'm never working in salon. They're like, what, really? I'm like, no. Because my sister did beauty as well at the time. My sister's 14 years older than me, but she were in the beauty industry and she were like running the beauty side of my mum's salons. So I was like, I'm never doing beauty. So they were like, oh, okay. And I wanted to be in police. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah. You can see me as a policewoman now. I've said that, can't you?
Wow.
Happy Valley. Telling you. That'd be me. I really wanted to be in police. But when I left school, all I knew is, in my head, I was too old to be at school. I thought, I need to get out of here. These are just bugging me. I were always really old for my age in my head. So I was like, these are just bugging me. I can't wait to get out of school. So when people were like, oh, you're going to stay on and do your A-levels or whatever, I was like, hell no.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
couldn't wait
getting
to
out
leave
of
and
here.
make
I want to
money.
earn money.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, no way. I want to be with adults. So I, at the time, obviously, we'd been 16. My mum was kind of like, well, Why don't you just do beauty just as something to fall back on? I'm still falling back on it. I'm kidding. But yes, you were like, because obviously I couldn't go straight into like wanting to do police when I was 16. Like, so I went to college, did my level 2, did my level 3. They approached me afterwards to do my level 4 to be a trainer. And they actually like kind of like hand selected you to do level 4 at that time. And then I got approached by Steiner, who came into college, and they asked me and another girl if we wanted to go and work on cruise ships. What did I was like, no. Like I was just such a little dick sometimes. I was just like, no. And they were like, but you know, you're really good, so would you like to come? This girl went. And I was like, nah. So I used to work I used to go to college till like 9 till 5, and then I used to go straight to salon at like 5:15 and work till 8 because I used to try and get clients in. And I remember like charging, my mum used to say to me, my wage was whatever you earn, you can keep half of. Yeah, but Jamie, I was charging £10 for a set of nails. So it was taking me like 3 hours and I was getting a £5. But I was just like, I was so
Buzzing.
proud of it. Yeah. So I was trying to get as many clients as I could. I probably had an advantage to other people who were in college because I could instantly go and practice, and I instantly had a job in a beauty salon outside of that. Then my mum kind of invested in me really when I were in salon, and I think some people are, even though you do have to try it, I think some people have just got an eye for it, and I can honestly say now I probably did have an eye for it, and I were like, I knew what were good and what weren't good. So my mum invested in me to go on a lot of training courses and stuff like that outside of doing me level 2 and 3. And I just went on every course that I could possibly go on. Then I decided maybe I should do hair. Oh, God. I got 5 months in and I was like, nah, I can't. My brain's going to explode. I cannot. Like, I did semi-permanent. I did like, at 18, I was trained in semi-permanent makeup. And then, yeah, I would well on my way. I was doing it. And then I used to go to beauty shows. And every time I went to beauty shows, I was so like blown away by these people on these stands. And the stand that I always gravitated towards were HD. Because it was the most, if people can remember when HD used to do beauty shows, like at Pro Beauty and XL.
With chandeliers and leather walls.
God, Jamie, that were absolutely, it was show-stopping, weren't it? I don't care what anybody else says, right? That was the best stand that was ever there. It were. Yeah. It were literally like, and I remember like walking up to this stand and I was so intimidated by it that I didn't even dare walk on it because I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And I'd already trained in HD brows years and years ago. Like, it were in a classroom upstairs in South Emsall.
Yeah.
So when I'd seen this stand, I remember going on it with my mum, and I was watching, like, you know, we used to have that big row of all the trainers doing brows, and I was watching them do it, and I was like, wow, these are like, they were like idols. Like, I looked at them and I was like, wow, like I was blown away. I thought they were like mystical, magical goddesses that were doing these treatments, and I was like, you are so amazing at your job. They were literally like icons. And my mum went, well, you could do that. And I went,
good old Anne. Yeah.
And I was like, Mum, I can't do that. She went, why? And I was like, how am I going to do that? She went, well, all these are trainers. You can be a trainer. And I was like, really? She went, yes, you can. You can do whatever yes, of course you can. And like my mum were like really like the driving force. And my mum went up to the person on the stand and said, how can she become a trainer? Honestly, you've never heard this story, have you? So they gave me an email address and they went, tell her to send some pictures into that.
Wow.
And I did. And they rang me and said, come on in. So I was like, oh my God. So I remember crying to my mum, saying, what am I going to do, Mum? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going. And she went, go, you're going. Like, go and do it. You wanted to be on that stand, go and do it. So I went and I was absolutely petrified going on my first day because I think probably like job that were outside like salon.
Yeah.
I'd never worked for anybody else. Only obviously like only worked for my mum. So that was my first job.
First job in.
Yeah.
Ooh. Right.
Let's take a little break.
Yeah. Before we discuss the juicy details. If you're looking for a reason to choose Nouveau Lashes as your training provider and product supplier, then listen up.
Nouveau Lashes has been the UK's #1 lash brand across treatments, training and products for nearly 20 years.
And after inventing the LVL lash lift, they have proven themselves to be innovators in their field. Not to mention, they're the first UK company to develop a lash extension training course.
They are globally recognised for their award-winning courses, and learning is even more convenient with their flexible hands-on training.
So head to their website, nouveaulashes.com, to find out more about the UK's #1 lash brand. So we are back and continuing on the story. So it must have been, I must have just become a trainer then,
At Southampton.
not long before you then started.
Yeah.
Were I like
You
fully
were-
like doing the class and everything, like doing everything?
No.
Yeah, so you must have joined
You
like,
were a little bit in
as-
and out.
Yeah.
Of the class. And I remember you like,
I love
I can
this
see you
story.
now. You have a gold Cartier bracelet on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember?
Yeah.
You had the Jedward coiffed hair
Yeah.
and you had a crisp white shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
And you were stood at front desk and you would just look at me like a piece of shit. You were such a little bitch. And I used to think, I don't know who he is, but I don't want to know who he is. I just want to escape out of his way. And lo and behold, I didn't like him. And I never knew that he didn't like me either. I was just intimidated by you. I just thought, I don't want to be around him. I just want to come in here and get my job done and go home.
I don't know. I can't remember not liking you. Obviously, I was giving off an impression, but I don't know why I didn't like you.
Do you know what it is? We have both got resting bitch faces.
Yeah, I have to be
me.
really careful with my face.
Yeah.
I don't realise it's doing what it's doing.
You look people up and down extremely obviously.
Yeah, my mum
You
goes
do it-
mad at me all the
You
time.
do it to me every time I see you.
Look you up
every
and
time,
down.
yeah.
To see what you're wearing, see what you look like. Might not be a bad thing. I'm just like,
No, but
oh,
you
let me
do.
like
It
see
is a
what she's
habit,
wearing.
Yeah.
Like,
It is a habit
yeah.
that you do straight away. Before Jamie looks anybody in the eye, he looks at their outfit. And then he'll like work his way up and go, hey, yeah.
My mum goes mad at me. I'll be out. I can remember being like out with my mum, and she'll like see a friend and she'll introduce me,
And you'll
then
look
she'll
up
go
and down.
ballistic after. She's like, "You're so rude."
It's
I'm
not.
like, I'm
it's
not.
just like, yeah, you're just doing it like you don't know you're doing it.
Yeah. But
Oh, funny.
we just got off on wrong foot.
We did. And then we had one night out. We had one Christmas do.
What Christmas do were it? It weren't that one.
It weren't X Factor one.
X Factor one.
No. X Factor. Can you remember that?
Yeah, I can. Must have been one before then. Yeah, and we just must have realised
That we were just the best friends.
you know what? We are just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we moved to Leeds Academy.
Mm-hmm.
We got we moved to Leeds Academy and then we started getting other jobs in and stuff like that. And then I just decided that I'd kind of had enough of the whole training thing. I'd been there like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And I'd kind of come on. I was a self-employed trainer for HD. And then I kind of went part-time employed for him and used to work 3 days a week for him. And then went back to being self-employed. And I don't know. I just kind of got like fed up of it. I needed a change. I sometimes do get itchy feet and think like I need to go.
Yeah.
That and just like and get out of it and stuff. And I got approached, by companies and people like separately on their own I did get approached by a couple of companies to ask me to be a trainer for them, but I know exactly why, because they knew I'd been a trainer for HD. And at the HD were a massive company.
Yeah.
HD were a big competitor for a lot of people. And
I think they were like the first brand really to come out with this full like treatment and
Yes.
training and product range. Because like when I first started doing it, it were either HD was the thing, and then the only other treatment was like as a brow wax and tint from like beauty college and stuff like that. There weren't really like independent brands doing this whole training and a completely different technique to what you get taught at like college and stuff.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like we were the shit, weren't we? We were.
Yeah.
Like when we went to them like trade shows and stuff, and I remember being so proud of myself when I did my first trade show and I actually stood on that stand. It was like that is a proud girl moment. Like the child in me was proud. Yeah.
I do miss the shows.
Oh God,
although
I do.
my liver, my sleep.
But
Don't
do you know
miss
what?
them.
We wouldn't be able to do that now. But at the time, we were
no.
fine.
We were young then.
We were.
Younger.
But we could easily do it. But yeah, I really do miss the shows. Like I'd go and work them for free now. Easy. Like I would just to work it because it were a lot of fun, and it was a time where everybody got together. The whole like being a trainer thing were really nice for me and rewarding because I'd get to look at them girls who were sat there in the classroom and me actually say to them, I've been sat where you are.
Yeah.
And not had any knowledge about this, and I am now here teaching you.
I liked that because I didn't.
Yeah, like because I think a lot of people just think that you're already like ready made.
Yeah,
you know, like you're trained to be a trainer.
Yeah,
and you're not. You're really not.
And I didn't do like beauty or brows or anything before it.
Yeah, you had no knowledge at all.
Like I didn't go to beauty school or out like that. So I think we've mentioned this on a different episode of the pod. Like we would get like people from like the police, lawyers, literally people from all different walks of life coming in for training.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, I'm so nervous because everyone in here is like beauticians or beauty therapists. And I quite liked being like, now, like, I literally didn't have a clue about anything.
Yeah.
I learned it all from HD, and like, I can teach you as well how to do it.
Yeah. It were kind of good actually because I could, when me and you used to teach together, you could relate to them ones that weren't from a beauty background, and I could relate to them ones who have been taught brows before, where I could say to them, you need to forget everything what you've been taught in college.
Yeah.
Can you remember when we were taught this in college? Forget it, because we're now gonna, you know, this is fresh. We're gonna do
take it in fresh.
Yeah. But I mean, I remember, I was so like, HD was, and it'll always still be like a really big like part of my life, and we've had so many good times and so many good experiences with it.
Yeah,
definitely have.
Good times. So can you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Like physically doing treatments for the rest of your life?
I don't know. The thing is, I would like to say no, not physically doing treatments, but I am one of them people that if I want it done right, I do it myself.
Yeah.
So I couldn't watch somebody do my clients.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and I don't think my clients would like that if I was stood there watching somebody else. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where that's going to lead. I don't know whether like eventually, I mean, I do think I will always be in this industry. This was an industry that I never wanted to be in. I would openly say as a kid, I do not want to do that. I do not want to do this. But it opened so many doors for me. Just training and just doing that at college opened so many doors for me and took me so many places. I would have hated to have thought that I was doing a 9 to 5 in a salon straight from college every day, and that were it. And I were in the same salon for the rest of my life. I would have hated it. So but that's just me. That's my personality. Yeah. Some people like that security and they like to feel that. I mean, I don't know whether I would like to go and work abroad again, or maybe get like some form of clinic abroad somewhere. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't know. That
but within the industry.
Yes, that might be an idea for this year. I have got somewhere in mind.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave completely. I have got somewhere in mind that I want to approach. But I But this is a curveball.
Oh wow, go on then. Sling it
If I
my way.
were, if the beauty industry were not in my reach whatsoever, you ready for what job I'd do?
Oh God, go on.
I'd be a funeral director.
Why?
I really would, because I just love it. Not funerals. I would love that organisation.
So why don't you be like a party planner? Why has it got to be with like a funeral?
Because I think there's a lot more things that could be done with them. It's like planning a party, really, isn't it? When you think, well, it is with our funerals. Like, I mean, I'm Catholic and my family's Irish, so that's just a double whammy. Like, it's basically a party. So
Wow.
yeah, I'd be a funeral director.
Wow.
Or a wedding planner, but I think I'd get bored of seeing everybody get married and, just me at home with my dog. So, so death seems like the better option.
But I think the industry's changed as well. Like, I think more so like now, this industry is seen as like an actual successful industry.
Yeah.
Like back in day, it used to be like, people had looked down on people in this industry and think like, it's just for people who are like thick or like
bimbos, yeah.
Where like it never was that,
Yeah.
but people's perception of the industry is changing. Like, yeah, you can do treatments, you can be a beauty therapist and have like an absolutely amazing salon, be a banging businesswoman. And
do you know, like I do sometimes dread. It's better now because now I can say like I'm a salon owner, but I do dread when people say, "Oh, what do you do? Like what do you do for a living?" Or and you say, "Oh,
none of your bloody business."
And you think, I don't really want to sit and like, "Oh, you do nails, or you do eyebrow, like, oh yeah, you do brows, or you do lashes, or whatever."
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, "Oh, I just do that." I just want to sit them down and say, "I've actually done this, and this." So to narrate all that, I work in beauty industry, whatever.
Yeah.
But and I do think, small-minded people, they've put that like as it's not now, but it used to be like quite a cliche thing, like, oh yeah, you're a girl who likes to look after herself, of course you're in beauty industry, of course you work in a salon or whatever. And it were seen as like not a dumb person's job, but like how could I describe it?
I know what you mean.
Like a bimbo-y type of job, like a bit air ready.
Yeah.
But like I know more than you.
Air ready.
Yeah, do you know what I mean though?
Yeah. But
not laughing, all them boys are not laughing now, and I'm earning more money than a mother.
Oh, I think I'll definitely stay in the industry, and like I think I would love to have a salon and just sit back. Like I've run a successful salon, but I'd know my feet are bitching, and I'd be like
You'd
bored.
need to get in. Yeah.
Like
if you were running a successful salon, the thing is as well, you think you have. Because when we had that transition where the salon suddenly became mine, I thought, great. I'm going to have like so much, like I can have whatever days off I want. I can do this. Oh, no.
Always something to do.
Oh, no, it's worse. It's worse because you're thinking that needs to be done, this needs to be done. And you get like itchy feet thinking, I need to go in and see what's done.
Yeah.
Like I need to make sure even wax pot's turned off. Like just like things like that. You do get like, you need to think, right, how am I going to earn money how are we going to earn more money than what we did last month? And it's not about just getting a wage anymore. Yeah. It's like making sure that your staff get a wage before you.
Bills are paid.
You get paid last. I don't get a wage. So
well, not what price of lecky and gas these days, love.
God almighty.
Making no money. You are
Terrible.
taking no toll.
Terrible.
Oh, awful.
Crazy.
But that was a little story time, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
I don't know where his stories are going to end. We've suddenly ended up with a podcast. Like, this is another thing. Started off in beauty industry. Now we're podcasting about it. It can open so many doorways, can't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I hope you enjoyed story time.
Yeah. That
with
nice,
us. Reminiscing on where it all began.
Yeah.
We'll have to do another one in 5 years. See where we are. Locked up, probably. Banged up abroad. Boozy Brits abroad. Banged up. No. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. And don't forget, this season of What the Plug is sponsored by Nouveau Lashes. So be sure to check them out on Instagram. It's Nouveau Lashes UK, and it's the same over on TikTok as well. Bye, guys.
Bye.